Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. So I just made another YouTube video just a minute ago, and I'm making another one because I went to the lake this week and there was so many stories that I just had to tell you guys in a video. So my grandmother had called and she was making these plans forever to go to the lake with my cousins. I didn't have a close relationship with any of my cousins, like barely any of them. So I didn't want to go because of the awkwardness it would build up. So I told her I didn't want to go, and I ended up going anyway because I didn't want to hurt her feelings. And so we get in the car, we're driving down to go pick up my cousin Kaylee and Connor. It was okay in the car, it wasn't that awkward. I just had my earphones in, I was listening to music, trying to get it through. Then we go pick up my cousin Tanner. Then we get to a restaurant called Ron's. Let me tell you, the most awkward thing of my entire life, okay? This thing, we did not talk at all at Ron's. Everybody was slurping their drink, everybody was eating, but no one talked, okay? The most awkward ever, okay? I'm thinking this is how the whole freaking trip is gonna be. Awkwardness and quietness. And out of all of my cousins, or out of those three, I'm the oldest. I'm 16, Kaylee's 14, Tanner's 11, and Connor's 10. So there were 2 girls around the same age and 2 boys around the same age. So that's why we were trying to get talking. We go to the store. My grandma is like, okay, you guys come with me, and you 2 boys get a cart, go do, and get whatever you want for the lake. So they come back with, I thought their whole cart was going to be full of junk food. It was junk, but not that much junk food. Me and Kaylee, we didn't even tell Grandma what we wanted to eat. We were just like, yeah, that's fine, you know, we'll eat that, whatever. It was still awkward between me and Kaylee. We did not start talking until later that day. The boys were already, you know, talking, getting along, but they weren't, it was still awkwardness between them. I'm like, does anybody else feel this awkward? Like, does anybody else feel this way like I do right now? And so we get to the lake, and everybody's starting to tell their own stories of their past. And Tanner was going on and on and on and on about his girlfriends, his ex-girlfriends, and his brother's stories, and they were pretty crazy. My cousin Kaylee and Connor, they were talking and telling their stories as well, and so was I. We all started opening up and coming out of our shells that night. Well, the second day we were there, what did we do? We rode around on the golf cart. Now, I think it was the next day that the golf cart got broke. The bolt in the tire got loose, so that was the only thing that we were kind of having fun with at the lake. But we couldn't drive it anymore because of the tire. So we went down to the lake, we swam, and we got some sun, and I didn't even get any sun. Like, I'm still white. I'm still, like, whiter than white. So we go swimming, and then we decided to go to my grandmother's house because she has a farm. She has, like, hundreds of acres to ride around on their Kubota and their mule, which is like a 4-seater to ride around and drive. So we decided to go down there because we thought it was going to be more fun. We thought we were going to do more stuff. So we do. We go down there. And we're, you know, all of us cousins, we're having fun. We're talking. And everything's great. We're like friends and stuff. And we start building a bonding or cousinship, which is like a friendship but with cousins. And we're great. We are having a blast. And then we get to my grandmother's house. The first day, you guys. The first day. And I took full responsibility. I feel so terrible right now. Now looking back, it's kind of funny, but it still happened. So, how it started. The steering wheel did not have power drive, I'm pretty sure it's what it's called, and you had no control of the wheel and where it was going, and the pedals were very bouncy and stuff, and honestly I just couldn't drive properly. So we get off the thing and then we get back on it later on that night. Well, my cousin Tanner's driving, and then he asked me if I want to drive, and I'm like, sure, why not? So I start driving, have no control over this thing. I'm freaking out, you guys. I'm so scared. There's a stump covered up with grass. This stump is probably about yay big and yay tall, so it's pretty freaking big. I hit the stump going full speed, and the whole thing comes to a complete stop. We're on top of the stump like this. The back tire and the front tire. Well, we can't get the freaking mule or Kubota off the stump. So what do we have to do? Walk back to the house in flip-flops. All of us are in flip-flops. Well, I got hurt on my knees and my wrist. My cousin Kaylee has a big honking bruise on her arm. My cousin Tanner flew out of the Kubota onto the ground. My cousin Connor, I'm pretty sure he flew out as well. We all got pretty banged up, okay? We have a long walk up to the house because it's hundreds of acres. And we walk back up there, and it takes us about 15 to 20 minutes to walk back up to the house. I'm stressed out. I'm sweating. I am like so nervous of what my grandparents are going to say. We get back to the house, and my grandpa was joking around, and my cousins left me because they didn't want to get in trouble, which I understood. And I told them I would take full responsibility because I was the one that was driving, and I was very not responsible. And so I get up to my grandpa, and he's like, what'd you guys do? Wreck the thing? And I was like, okay, you should not really be joking about it, because I did. I told him we hit a stump and the Kubota would not turn back on. So he's like, oh, it's all right. It's all right. He wrapped his arm around me, and he's like, this happens all the time. I'm like, not this bad. We hit the stump. We all almost flew off. I'm like, this did not happen this bad, okay? So we drive down there in another Kubota, and he looks at it. He can't get it off the stump, but he gets it started. So he's like, I'm going to have to get my tractor. So we go back up to the house. We get his tractor. I can't fit in his freaking tractor, you guys, or tractor. So what does he tell me to do? Climb up on the top step, hold on by one hand. Guys, I'm scared of heights. Looking down on a tractor, freaking, like, the tire is like twice size of you, and I'm like 5'7", so it was pretty scary. I had to hold on with one hand. My, like, bones hurt still to this day. This was only a few days ago, like 2 days ago. I'm holding on with all my strength. Going downhill, it was smooth. But going uphill, that's when you had to use all your muscle. He's asking me, are you okay? Do you want me to slow down? I'm like, speed right now doesn't really matter. I'm praying, closing my eyes, like talking to myself, singing, trying to get my mind off of what the heck's going on right now. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing fine. Just peachy, holding on with one hand, just trying not to focus on falling. And so we finally get there, and I'm like, okay, he's going to get this thing off of it, and I'm going to drive it back up to the house. Oh no, it doesn't happen. We get it off of it because we lift it up with the tractor, and yeah, it won't move because of the tire in the front. When it hit the stump, the tire broke. There was a bent metal piece, so we couldn't drive it forward or backward. So, what does he tell me to do? Get back on the tractor. I had to ride this freaking tractor up back to the house. I'm sweating. We were out there for 3 hours. I had black oil all over my hands. I'm holding on with all my might again. He's like, are you doing all right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing peachy. Just holding on, you know, trying not to think about what's going on. And I'm like trying to focus on the sunset because it's going down in the background. And I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. And I'm like just trying to get my mind off of what's going on. I'm so dirty and I hate being dirty. I take 2 showers a day. So I felt disgusting because I was sweaty, I was dirty, and I needed to wash my hands. I had oil all over my arms, everywhere. So we get back to the house. I don't say a word to anybody, and I just go take a shower. I come back out, and I tell them what's going on. And my grandpa, he's like, oh yeah, she was so brave. She held on to that thing so good. And I'm telling my cousins, oh yeah, it was good, you know. Yeah, I'm shaking, you guys. I'm sweating, I'm shaking, and I feel like I'm about to have like a panic attack or something. I'm so stressed out because of what just happened. So I'm like trying to get myself under control, and everything works out. He gets the tractor back up to the house. They order the new part. Everything's good. The next story, okay? Later, we go bowling. The next day, we go bowling. Everything's good. That was our last full day at my grandmother's house until we go back home. So that later that night, you know, after we went bowling and stuff, we were all goofy and stuff. And my cousin, Kaylee, was laying down and my legs were like on top of her, like on the wall. Well, I have been around these boys that have been farting, sneezing on each other, burping on each other, drooling on each other this whole week. So I'm kind of stressed out. I'm like trying to, you know, free myself, be me again. And so we're all giggling and stuff. And then my cousin Connor, we're playing a game on my phone. Or my cousin Tanner, we play a game on my phone. And we were playing this picture game. And he made me laugh. And I farted very loudly. It didn't stink, but it was very loudly. I farted on my cousin Kaylee. I couldn't stop laughing. We were all busting out laughing because I just couldn't let it. I couldn't stop just laughing, and the boys were farting right next to me, and my cousin Kaylee was like, oh my god, he just farted on me, and I'm like over here busting out laughing because of what just happened, and I couldn't stop laughing. So me and my cousin Kaylee go in the boys' room. I come back out of the room, and I cannot stop laughing, you guys. I'm laughing so freaking hard. I'm tearing, and I don't even know what happened. I was, like, feeling all chill, and, like, I just smoked something, but really I didn't. I was just freaking going crazy Katie. So we had a great time. Sadly, we did not want to leave, but the fun had to end. We cannot wait to all get back together and have that much fun again because we had a blast. So one awkward thing turned into a fun thing. And I can't wait to spend more time with my cousins because that was like probably the highlight of my whole summer. And I can't wait to go back to the lake. And we're supposed to be going back here in a few days with them, or here in a few weeks. And I just hope it's better this time because this time it was pretty chaotic and crazy. But I had such an amazing time. And I just want to give a shout out to Tanner Smith and Kaylee Dunn and Connor Dunn. You guys were such a blast. And I love you guys so much. And I'm so glad we have a cousinship. And I love you guys. We actually made nicknames for both of us because I kept on calling Connor and Tanner the wrong names. So we just called him Tanner. And then Kaylee and me, we called it Kaylee. So that was pretty fun, and we all have names for each other. So I love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys don't, give a thumbs down, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.